hopefully I can still post this video. Why did I start drinking and not turn on the fan? Okay, this might not have been the best idea. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, welcome to this fun, informative, positive, quirky channel where I discuss all things lifestyle for your mental, physical, spiritual, and financial. Please feel free to subscribe and join the tribe. So for today's video, I'm doing things a little differently. As you can see, I got some wine and it is about brunch time, so just pretend that this is a mimosa. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be discussing the pros and the cons of purchasing a home. I think I'll do the pros first.
Maybe I should do the cons first.
I'll do the cons first. You know, let's get the negativity out the way and then we'll just, you know, round it off with the pros. I'm rambling, I'm a little tipsy, but we are going to get straight into the video. So the first con that I have here is the high upfront cost. You have your down payment, closing fees. I do have a video on all the costs associated with purchasing a home. Please check that out because that will break down all the costs that you will incur throughout the whole process. When you're renting, you really only have to worry about maybe like your application and credit check fee, and then like your first, last, and deposit. The expenses up front are definitely higher when purchasing versus renting, and that can be a huge disadvantage for someone who just doesn't have that money saved up right away. The next main con to purchasing a home or being a homeowner is that the process is a lot more complex. When you're renting, you can pretty much just speak with the front office fairly quickly, get the paperwork, get all the information and the fees signed, and you're good to move in when they have a unit available. However, when you're purchasing a home, the process takes a bit longer for you to secure your loan, find a realtor, search for the home, pay the fees, get to closing. It can take a couple of months for it to be, you know, finalized. You're not gonna say I want to purchase a home and then in 2 weeks you're in the home. You're going to have a lot of patience. So that can be a con for some people who are just looking to, you know, move in right away. They don't have time to waste. Might not be the ideal option for that. The next con, this is probably one of the worst, the fact that you are responsible for any maintenance and repairs within your home. So unlike renting where if something breaks, you can, you know, call the maintenance guy or call the landlord and they'll have someone come in and fix the issue fairly quickly. When you are a homeowner, you are responsible if any appliances break in your home, for tending to the grass, and you are essentially responsible for the upkeep of your home and landscaping. Now there are ways around that. You can, you know, obviously hire someone to cut your grass for you, as well as purchasing homeowners insurance and a what are they called? For someone who would prefer not to have that responsibility and is used to someone just coming in and fixing their issues and not having to think twice about it or pay anything additional, then this can really be a con. You will also be responsible for your property taxes, insurance, and your utilities. So unlike renting where you likely will pay for your rent and maybe utilities on the side if it's not included. So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay. Just gotta push through.
Typically, you purchase a home if you are looking to stay for at least 5 years. It's a lot more riding on that investment, so you can't just, you know, hastily pick up and go. You have to think about the process of moving and really consider how long it might take for your home to sell if you do have to move. So it's a lot more to consider because it's a more long-term investment. All right, enough with the cons. Let's go ahead and jump into the pros, the positives and advantages of purchasing a home and being a homeowner. And the first being that you are making an investment in your own asset. When you're renting, you're paying all this money to a landlord and you're not getting anything in return besides besides, you know, keeping the roof over your head. However, when you are a homeowner, as you continue to pay off your loan and your home appreciates in value, as most real estate properties do, then you are gaining equity and you are actually able to borrow against that money if you need to down the line if you're having financial trouble. The next pro to being a homeowner is the fact that you will have fixed monthly payments. Now, this can vary if you decided on a variable interest rate when you got your loan. However, most likely you will have a fixed interest rate, meaning your payments will be the same from month to month. You don't have to worry about the landlord increasing the rent on you the next year or what fees they may tack on and add. With a mortgage payment, you know it's going to be the same amount each month, and that can help you when you're budgeting your money and assessing your finances. The next pro to being a homeowner is the fact that you can increase your credit score. When you are initially applying for a loan to purchase a home, the lender will run your credit and you will take a little bit of a dent in the beginning to your credit score. However, as you're continuously making your monthly payments and paying off your mortgage, the credit bureaus will see that you're reducing your debt. So as time continues, you have the ability to increase your score, which is great. And the next pro to purchasing a home, and one of my favorite advantages, is the fact that you have more control, more freedom, and more privacy. When you have your own home, you can drill as many holes in the wall as you would like without having to worry about, you know, the fees at the end of the year or patching them up or your lease. You can blast your music as loud as you want to. You can have your cat, your dog, your fish, whatever kind of animal, you know, without having to worry about those additional pet fees, as well as having just that additional space, especially if you find a house with a yard that's more space for your children or your pets to run and play around in. And just having that space of, you walk out and you're not seeing a door right in front of you. You know, you have maybe a driveway or a walkway area. You just have more space and you're not as confined. The next pro or advantage of being a homeowner is the fact that since it is your own property, you have the ability to then become a landlord and rent it out yourself. And in that way, you can essentially have someone else pay off your mortgage for you by renting it out, and you can even make some profit on top of that as well. So that is definitely something to consider if you are looking to be a homeowner. You have those options of adding in additional income and revenue and using your property to work for you. The next pro or advantage is the fact that your taxes and insurance can be tax deductible. So that pretty much just means the amount of money that you've paid throughout the year for your taxes and your insurance. You can exclude that money from your taxable income, which in turn will give you a larger refund check at the end of the year. Now, the final pro or advantage to being a homeowner would have to be how amazing it feels after you've closed, you're handed the keys, and you walk into your home for the first time after closing, and you take it all in and realize that you did it. You've made it through the process successfully, alive. It is just such a huge accomplishment to know that you have completed that journey, that you have reached that milestone in your life, and you are doing something to benefit you and future generations. And I don't even know, it's just such a great feeling. So definitely something to be super proud of, something to celebrate. Those are all the pros and cons that I have for purchasing a home and becoming a homeowner. Really only you can decide whether it's the best fit for you, depending on your lifestyle, your budget, your goals. I really hope this video was helpful in giving you some information on what to consider when you want to decide whether you want to purchase a home. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below whether you feel the pros outweigh the cons, or maybe it's overrated and homeownership is just not for you. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate all of your support, and I will see you all in the next video.